everybody, it's Jasmine, and today I have a highly requested video. I never thought I would actually get requested this type of video, but I had 10 people recommend it to me. So I just thought I would just bring it into one whole video. Now I am a third year in college. I go to a community college. I'm about to transfer out after this semester. But I wanted to address some things that I feel like would be appropriate to make your semester or year just a little bit teeny bit easier, because if you're like me, I hate school. But I have to do it because it's very hard to succeed in this world without a degree, you feel me? Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about a little bit of college. I will talk about high school a little bit later on, just because I am currently living the college life. So I thought I'd let you guys in on a little bit of my journey, and I do see who watches my YouTube channel, and most of the viewers that I have range from 18 to 24, so you guys can pretty much understand what I am going through, or if you're about to go to college, here's a little bit of advice. My first year of college, Jesus Christ. My first year of college, I was so anxious. Literally the most anxious person ever. I lost literally all of my friends. My boyfriend was, at the time, was bitch bye. I was so alone. I was so alone, mentally, physically alone, and I pretty much was scared of school. But during my first year of college, I was very grateful that my parents pretty much forced me into taking a summer course right after I graduated high school. So that summer I was already taking a college class, and by doing that, my parents basically taught me how college worked. They said, you know, this is what you're going to experience in college. This is just going to be a little taste of what it's going to be like for you, get you in the mood for it. And I was like, okay. So I took sociology. I think I took sociology. Yeah, it was sociology. So I took that class, and I had so much learning experience through that class. It's very important, especially in college, to talk to your professor. I know it's really hard for me now. I don't like to talk to people in person. I know you're thinking, but you talk so much in front of the camera. That's because no one else is here. I'm not talking in front of anybody. But literally talking in front of a professor just makes me, oh my god, I hate it. But having that relationship with your professor is so crucial in college. It's literally the one thing that will pretty much get you by, pretty much help you pass. I didn't believe that rule when it was passed down to me from my cousins, from my sister. Literally, I did not listen, and I was like, you're lying. And I had some relationships with my teachers, and there were relationships that I didn't even initiate. You know, I felt like some way or another I stand out because I go to a predominantly Caucasian school. So there's that. There's not really much diversity in my school, so I feel like I sometimes stand out in certain classes. And sometimes teachers just want to talk to me. I don't know why, but that's how most of the relationships start. You know, teachers talk to me first, and then I talk to them. And the main purpose of that is that when you have a question, or if you need personal help, like if you have a personal problem, especially like involving the class, they can help you. Last semester I had a biology teacher, and he was so invested into like learning who I was, and he was really, really nice, really, really sweet. I was that person that attended every single class. It was a class that nobody liked to attend, and so I was attending it every single day, and I think he noticed, and I sat in the front because duh, I have bad eyesight. Like, what do you expect from me? I'm not gonna sit in the back of the class. So he just noticed who I was, and then every morning he would always say good morning to me. Whenever I wanted to do something for extra credit, I would talk to him about it, and then he would give me something to do for extra credit. It would be really, really nice and really, really cool. So having a relationship is very, very crucial. Now, another important thing to get by in college is to always have food. Always have food, because for some reason you get so hungry. You get literally so hungry. So having like 5 granola bars in your backpack is the way to go. Seriously, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. No. As for passing classes, as for note taking, any of that study tactics, now I am an avid note taker. I like to take notes. I have a few suggestions for you guys, and one is to have some cute ass school supplies, because if it looks cute, you're gonna want to use it, okay? If it looks presentable, you're gonna want to look at it and you're gonna want to take it with you. Now here is the notebook that I used my first year of college. This was for one of my math classes. I got this at TJ Maxx. It was in the clearance section. I thought it was cute. It's very durable, and I like how the pages are ginormous. So with that being said, I could write a lot on one page. And this is how I took notes. I don't know if you guys can see that. As you can see, there's a lot of color involved. I love taking notes in color. I love making sure that something has to stand out. In this notebook, I also stapled in some worksheets that the teacher gave us that we could not lose. So I stapled it within the notebook because I'm extra. Drawing really helps. And I don't think in this notebook I did it, but in my last math class, I took calculus last semester, I had these little, this is my little pencil pouch, by the way. I keep literally everything, like a little whiteout, a little hairbrush, you never know, a little stapler, highlighter, a little hand sanitizer, hella pens, like hella pens. And then I have these little guys. Now these I got from Daiso. They're just these little sticky notes, but in the shape of little bears, little animals. And what I do with these is that when I am taking notes and I'm writing like this, and I'm writing, and the teacher says, oh yeah, this is gonna be on the test, you whip this out and you stamp it right next to the thing that she's talking about, and you put on test. That's how you study. That's literally how you study. And then when you go through your notebook, if they don't give you a study guide, because some teachers don't, you will know what to study and you will know what to look for. So that is very crucial, especially if that course is very fast-paced and, you know, sometimes the teacher may or may not be good. If they say something is on the test, you better write down what is on that test. And also, highlighting things directly in the textbook really help. And I kid you not, spending time to read textbooks when the teacher tells you to read a textbook is very crucial. I took a child development studies class my first year of college, and my teacher always said, read the textbook before you come to class. And more than half the class did not do that, and I did. I spent 7 hours in a library one time just for that damn class, and I kid you not, it helped me with every single test. She may or may not have quizzed us on it, she may or may not have talked about it in class, but for damn sure it was on the test. And so if she tells you, if they tell you to do something, do it, because it will benefit you one way or another, whether it is tedious or not. If you are ever considering taking 17 units like your girl here, I don't recommend that, but if you do it, you're doing it. Then I recommend something, again, very cute, very small. Now I wish that this was a planner that I was holding up, but just pretend it was, because it is so crucial to plan out your days, but also sometimes your days can be very stressful, and sometimes you just have no friends to talk to, sometimes you just literally have nothing. So journaling is also very important when you want to get your mind straight, you want to vent a little bit, just write it on paper. You can throw away the piece of paper later, it feels so good to do that. But just writing down everything that is to come, the due dates, whenever it is, in an agenda is so important. Now let's talk about socializing in college, because I still have to work on that. But socializing in college is very important, especially in class. Now I don't do a lot of outside class talking. I don't talk to strangers. I don't compliment people because I'm too scared. I have social anxiety. But when I am in class, I try to make at least one friend. Like I just try, just one is all I need, because if there is a day where I'm really sick, there has been one time where I was sick for like 3 months. And I had my friends tell me what was due, like what did the teacher say, and it just helps you so much. You never know when you're gonna be sick. You never know when you're gonna get into a car accident. You just never know, and you never know when you're not gonna be there. And so just having that one person who you can rely on, who could text you back and forth, is really, really great. Now let's go into high school, where I think that is very juicy. Now I get a lot of questions regarding high school advice from my younger cousins, from you guys, and I have a video on my YouTube channel with Michaela, my best friend, and we talk about my high school experience, and we talked about how shitty it was. I had the worst high school experience, you guys, but I want you guys to learn from my mistakes, in all honesty, and I want you guys to have an amazing high school experience, because mine, oh my god, I think about it like every day. Like there's some part that I think about every day. It's never ending. It was just very traumatic. Now, it's very important in high school. Obviously, you don't want to cause any drama, rumors, any of that. You don't want to cheat on your girlfriend with the girl's best friend. Like, you don't want to do that. Very simple rules. But most importantly, the first 2 years of high school is where you really want to get your shit together. It's a time where you need to hone in, like, this is what is going to challenge me. If that course that you're taking is too easy, challenge yourself to do harder. And that is really going to prep you to take AP courses. And now, I know not a lot of people are going to take AP courses, but I highly, 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 highly recommend you taking them, because it really does prep you for college, and it really does prep you for some of the fast-paced things that may be thrown at your face. That's a good thing, because teachers in college sometimes don't give a shit, and they're like, we want that essay due tomorrow. And then you're like, huh, what? But if you took an AP class in high school, you kind of understand how to write things really fast under pressure. And I really, really thank my teachers who were my AP teachers in high school. Like, y'all really taught me, like, how to bust my ass, like, for real. If you don't pass your AP exams, it's okay, it's fine. I didn't pass any of mine. I took like 4, but that's besides the point. You just get a better understanding of what the course is going to teach you. Even though you will be stressing out in high school when you apply for colleges, it's also important to have a lot of fun, especially during your senior year of high school. In all of your years, you should try and get involved in the school. You should try and go to all the rallies. You should try and go to all the dances. You should try and go to things that are fun and that the school is hosting, because you will make great memories. Even though the event may be really, really bad, you have memories to reflect on. And I remember I went to this dance. I think it was homecoming. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to tell you guys this story because I think about it a lot. I think about it a lot. So I went with my friend, Alyssa. There's this guy, we're not gonna say his name, well, we'll just call him the guy. So me and Alyssa were dancing, whatever, right? We're in the cafeteria because that's where they were hosting it. And so we're dancing, and the beat starts to lower, okay? And then right when it lowers, you know how like the beat drops? So this guy, he's waiting for the beat to drop, and right when the beat was about to drop, the music goes silent for a second, and he hits that beat so hard, that beat so hard, before anybody else in that whole cafeteria. And I literally was I was in so much shock. He was right in front of me, and I just continued thinking like, oh my god, he missed the beat, he missed the beat, he missed the beat, like he hit it too early. And that shit was so funny. The whole dance itself wasn't all that great, it was not popping, but I just think about it so much because it was so funny. So little things like that, you just want to remember it. It's funny, it's fun, and you just want to have a good time overall. Now for senior year, that is the year you want to be like absolutely perfect. You know, senior year for me, I worked my ass off in all my classes. I kid you not, like I was in the library every single lunch. just to finish up my homework so I could go out after school. And I think that is also a really good tactic, especially in high school, because you have all that time to do your studies. You have all that time in school to finish your homework, and if you need to ask your teachers questions, you could literally go to their classroom later and then just be like, hey, help me. And senior year for me was probably the best year because I graduated with my highest GPA of 4.2 GPA. Holla at your girl. And I also was invested in a lot of sports. I did swimming, badminton, tennis, all different years, of course. So I was very invested into sports. I was very fit. I was very tan. And I also made some friends that year. And throughout my whole entire high school experience, I did not have any friends. And I want to let this be known that if your friends are doing you dirty in high school and they're talking behind your back, being really nasty, don't just cut them off. You know, as hard as it may seem, as long as you have may known them, it doesn't matter if you've known them since elementary school. If they did you dirty and they're continuing to do you dirty, you should not be involved with them. You don't need that negativity. You don't need to surround yourself in all that toxic mess. Just get out of there. Do your thing, get involved with things like sports, get to know more people. So again, just going out and doing those extracurricular things really does help, especially if you want to make that experience just a little bit more enjoyable. Always hang out with the people who seem really quiet. Always talk to people in the hallway, compliment them, whatever it is. Make the high school experience really nice, positive, and just a nice, welcoming place. And always remember to study hard, do everything with 110%. It's okay if you fail. It's okay if you have just a really bad day and you just can't do your assignment. It's okay. I just want you guys to know that nothing's gonna change and no experience is gonna happen unless you do it, unless you put yourself through it. You know, the experience may be bad, but you will make memories, you will learn from something, you learn something new every day, and that goes along with anything. You know, put your whole self, mind, body, and effort into something and just have fun with it. I hope you guys enjoyed some of my tips. I know that it was kind of sporadic and all over the place, but I really just wanted to kind of make this into like a conversation. If I have anything else that I want to mention, obviously, I will put everything in the description box below. And while the video is ending, I know, let's finally address the elephant in the room. I cut my hair, I know. I did it right before this video, and I just felt like, you know, I'm 20. I'm going into my 3rd year of college. I wanted change. I just felt like I just looked the same. You know, I looked the same from high school. My eyebrows just got thicker, but that's fine. Everything else is just like plain Jane about me. So I just thought, do something new, do something different. So that pretty much wraps up this video, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and requesting this video, and I hope you guys have an amazing school year this year. If you're not going to school, hopefully you guys can share this video with somebody else who is going to school and is a little bit anxious about it. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Peace out, Girl Scouts.